Blockchain theft and scams are on the rise, especially as new tools such as AI present themselves to the general community. As a part of today's video, I want to talk about over $250,000 worth of ADA that's been stolen from the community and exactly how you can prevent yourself from falling victim to these traps. What's up, ADA Nation? Welcome to Dapp Central, your home for everything blockchain and crypto. I'm your host here, Fareed. Today, I want to take a minute to put out a PSA or a public service announcement surrounding the uptick in scams, not only on Cardano, but within the entire Web3 or the blockchain space. Moving forward, I definitely think I'll be doing a little bit more of the PSA announcements because the community is going to continue to grow. We're going to get more and more people that are new to the space. And as we continue to do that, there's going to be more and more attraction for some of these bad actors or some of these scammers. Now, about a month or two ago, I released a video highlighting the fact that scammers are already taking advantage of AI, right, or artificial intelligence to drive brand new users and just brand new enthusiasts about crypto to their own personal websites to either have them connect their wallet to a wallet draining smart contract or to fish them out of their seed phrase, right, which holds all of their valuable assets. So within the past couple of days, I've received more and more emails, which is actually why I'm shooting this video today, asking me about some fake reward tokens. About 2 to 3 months ago, we saw a pretty predominant wallet here in the Cardano community minting thousands of fake reward tokens, utilizing the name and the brand and the respect of some of the top projects here in the ecosystem in order to take advantage of the unsuspecting community or people that have just stepped away for the space or from the space and that are finally now coming back, right, as the price of Bitcoin begins to break brand new highs and as the price of some of the top altcoins begin to 2x, 3x, etc. So the first thing I want to talk about are just two types of scams that have come to my knowledge or to my radar. And then I want to talk about just some very basic protections, right, moving forward. So again, I mentioned the fact that people have reached out to me specifically with fake reward tokens. So the first thing I want to highlight here is that if something looks too good to be true, it most likely is. So in this space, yes, there are airdrops. That does tend to happen. But keep in mind that there is never such thing as just free money, right? So if you're receiving any of these scam tokens within your wallet, you want to go ahead and double check those policy IDs. I'm going to jump into that here actually in just a minute. So if I jump over to Pool PM, this is actually going to be one of the first resources I want to quickly just go ahead and remind the community about, right? Again, this is not my typical video, but I definitely think that this will help somebody. And even if it only helps a single person, I think that's better than not helping anybody at all, or at least putting the message out there. So here we have some scam tokens. As you'll see, Pool PM was very nice enough to actually go ahead and provide a scam tag here for any of these illegitimate tokens. So for example, we have the Berry Pool scam token. We have the Snex scam token. We've got WMT or World Mobile, MintSwap, Lenfi, Iagon, Hunt or the Dex Hunter platform, Indigo. And this is exactly what I was talking about, right? So people are waking up, seeing these tokens within their wallet, and then they see immediately, right, some of these URLs or links tagged directly on the reward token. And the first thing they do is actually navigate to that website and then quickly try to interact or claim some sort of reward. Again, if something looks too good to be true in this space, 99% of the times it probably is. So what I just want to remind the community to do is to always jump into the official channels, whether that's the official website, which you can obviously double check where, or using Discord and Twitter. And just to make sure that all the data always aligns, right? So I just showed you guys a fake Indigo link there, but to verify or to get the correct link, right? You can jump into their Discord or you can jump onto their Twitter, right? And they might even also have something like a Medium or a GitHub, which also links some of these important or verifiable contacts or points of contacts to the actual project. So always make sure to double check those links. Again, there's been over, I want to say 500,000 ADA, which has now been taken away from the community, which right now is at about $260,000. So even though there have been people here in the space for multiple years, I know it's hard for them to believe that this stuff can happen, but it does actually happen, and newcomers, right, are easily turned off when they're taken advantage of, stolen from, etc. as soon as they join, or as soon as they come into the space. The next thing I want to just quickly say is to also just go ahead and prepare yourself, right, by utilizing some of the wallets that provide security features. For example, something like the Cardano Shield. I've had Adam, the lead founder and developer for Cardano Shield, here on the channel. I'll go and leave the link to that particular video down below. But if you watch that particular video, he highlights what Cardano Shield is and how it behaves and how it prevents people from being scammed in this particular space. So before you connect your wallet to a particular website and you sign a transaction, which is some of the scams, or one of the scams that we've seen with some of these fake reward tokens, right, is the fact that they ask you to sign a transaction to claim your rewards, which in fact, it's a transaction that steals all of your assets. When you're interacting with something like that, what you're going to have is the Cardano Shield API, which is going to be connected to a database of already known fake tokens, right, or phishing websites, which will alert you to how safe that particular transaction is. At the time that I'm shooting this video, I should say, I think there's been over 5,000 to 10,000 transactions already processed utilizing Cardano Shield, and there's been numerous phishing attacks and fake reward tokens that have been identified, right, by this particular safety feature. So again, it's one of the easiest things that you can do right now is to go ahead and interact or utilize some of these wallets that have these brand new security features. In addition, we do have this particular feature being integrated into the Begin wallet. So Jira Wallet was their first integration, followed by Begin Wallet. And I want to really just push this out there that we as a community have to ask for IOG, Lace, Nami, all these different wallets, right, to go ahead and integrate these safety features, because again, at the very first or at the very front line should be security. So I'll leave the link to both of those wallets down below if you guys want to check them out. The very last thing I want to highlight is the fact that there is also a token registry, right, of all of the blacklisted or malicious reward tokens that have been sent out into the community. So if you have the policy ID of some of these reward tokens, which you can actually find very easily, for example, if I jump back over into this Indigo token here, I have the asset ID, but then I've got the policy ID listed here as well if I click on that, which will give that to me. So you can always copy these policy IDs and verify them against the policy IDs listed by the official teams, and then also checking that against databases, for example, like the blacklist here that we have from Cardano Shield. Now, I also want to just quickly highlight that if you are interacting with some of these fake websites, for example, here we have a fake Meld airdrop token, which, to be fair, Meld does have an ongoing airdrop campaign, but they haven't actually sent out any rewards yet. So this is why it's always important to jump into the official sources and to jump into the official channels, for example, like Telegram or Discord, in order to actually ask the team, right, when you see something like this popping up in your wallet, let me make sure it's actually correct, or let me make sure it's actually legit before I try to interact or claim anything out there. Now, if I jump over to this actual website, which please do not do this, this is meld-event.xyz. This is a scam website. Please, I repeat, do not visit this particular website. This is just for me to show you what to expect when you're interacting with a malicious website. So here, this does not even look anything like the Meld official website. There's no talk about anything else other than the actual rewards here. And what they're expecting you to do is connect your wallet, right? Which we should definitely know not to do that. And as soon as you do that, they'll ask you to sign your transaction in order to claim your rewards, therefore stealing your assets. So these websites, they are getting better. I'll give them that. But if you know, and if you visit some of the official websites, you'll know that some things are definitely off once you begin to try to interact with these fake or phishing websites. So that's the first issue, one of the first scams that I've been receiving multiple emails about. The next is just a social engineering, right, of people requesting to help you out, which I also want to quickly highlight. So in this space, there's a lot of fake accounts. I've been impersonated multiple times on something like X, on something like Discord, where people will try to use my name and my leverage to reach out to other Cardano community members and say, hey, how are you doing? You need any help with trades? Can I help you with something, etc.? I can tell you now, I will never reach out and ask you to share your seed phrase with me. I will never reach out and try to coach people as to how to trade, or even just provide suggestions as to what to invest in. That is not my style. And if you've been watching my content, you would know that that's not how I roll. Now, what we've also seen are people reaching out to actual Cardano community members, behaving as some sort of help desk or some sort of support for a particular project. So what these people will do is they'll lurk in the official Discords, wait until somebody actually asks a genuine question needing help, and they'll actually DM them personally, right, outside of the Discord in order to impersonate somebody who's working for an actual project. Again, you have to be careful when anybody reaches out to you first offering services or offering support, especially if you haven't asked about it. Even if you have, you should always try to act and respond in official channels and always in public if you can, right? So don't ever engage in some of these backdoor activities or some of these backdoor groups where people try to isolate you and therefore manipulate you, right, into accessing a fake or malicious website in order to ask you for your seed phrase. And that's another thing too. Never, ever give your seed phrase away. Even if you're getting a message from me, right, Fareed, asking you for that, never, never give it away. There was a recent community member that watches this channel here, which has been super supportive since day one, who recently had their seed phrase taken away from them. And this is also another reason why I'm shooting this video, is again, to put out that word out there, because I know that there's OGs in the space, but it just goes to show that, you know, as soon as you let your guard down, you can be impacted by some of these things. So just be careful, watch out for fake apps, watch out for people impersonating projects, watch out for people reaching out to you directly, or watch out for people reaching out through some of these backdoor or some of these smaller hidden channels. So last but not least, I just wanted to say, you know, if you guys are not already licensing a hardware wallet, that is one of the ways that you guys can go ahead and take care of yourselves. Also, do be careful that even with something like a hardware wallet, that you're always downloading the appropriate software. For example, we saw Nami being released on Firefox, which Nami does not exist on Firefox. It's only supported on Chrome and on Brave. And we saw people being asked to type in their seed phrase, which was, again, a fake version of the Nami wallet, which basically just captured that data and then provided it to the scammers, which immediately, right, signed into an actual wallet, recovered that, and then sent themselves those assets, therefore stealing from hardworking members here within the community. So even with hardware wallets, for example, like Ledger, they have Ledger Live, the application. You want to make sure you're downloading it from official websites. And so definitely do your due diligence. And it's always good to just double check, right, for multiple sources, whether that's Google, Discord, Twitter, you know, Telegram. If you're able to jump into these official platforms to get in touch with the teams or creators of these apps, you should always do so before actually downloading them. Now, the next thing you can also do just to take care of yourself in case that anything's ever compromised is to actually spread out some of your assets amongst multiple wallets. So for example, if you have a lot of ADA and you don't necessarily feel comfortable holding that in one wallet, you can spread that over into multiple wallets. Yes, that means that you have to be even more secure with those seed phrases, but in the event that any one of those wallets is compromised, for example, if one of them is a hot wallet that is just tied into your web browser that you use every day, that at least doesn't compromise the rest of your account, which might be stored somewhere else. So just a couple of things I wanted to mention. As always, if there's any additional maybe sort of scams that are out there that you think are valuable for the community to be aware about, please leave them down below. If there are any other solutions or prevention methods that you're aware about as well that can benefit others, please leave them down below. But that'll do it here for today's video. Just wanted to provide this video, I should say, as a PSA to the general community, just as a reminder, right? Because again, I think that as more people come into this space and as Bitcoin climbs higher and altcoins begin to do numbers, there's not going to be any time for research. There's going to be so much noise in this space that people aren't going to be doing their due diligence. They're going to be chasing those gains, I should say, right? But they're not going to be paying attention to the small things, which inevitably may get them wrecked. So that's going to do it here for today's video. Just really touching on security and being safe in the space. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know, again, it's not my typical content, but I hope it's been beneficial to you. That said, if you guys enjoy content like this and you learn anything along the way, please help me out by smashing that thumbs up. If it's your first time stopping by and you want more content like this, consider subscribing. And last but not least, if you have any questions for me surrounding anything I've talked about, then please make sure to go ahead and leave a comment down below. That said, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.